Hello everybody, this is Ken, Coldwell Banker. As you guys know, I work with buyers and sellers, and some of my buyers are first-time home buyers. They've never owned a home. And one of the things that most of them ask is how the process works, how I help them, what they should be doing, what kind of homes they should be looking at, and what their budget should be. So I want to do a quick video and explain how the process works and how I can help you guys. The first thing you do is obviously reach out to a real estate agent like myself and tell us that you are looking to buy a house. You're renting, and hopefully your lease is almost up if you do have a lease on your current location. So the second thing that we do before we go out and take a look at houses is reach out to a lender. I work with a few great lenders, and they are very good with first-time home buyers. So what they do is they look at your income, your debts, how much you owe on your credit cards, on your student debt, if you have child support, things like that, and kind of give you an idea of what type of a home you should be looking at. Because a lot of the times I get clients, they're looking at 700,000, 800,000 when they're and they do make good money. They're working, they both have jobs, husband and wife, for example, they both have great jobs, but they have a lot of debt. They don't think about, some of the clients don't think about, oh, I have a student loan and I'm paying $1,000 a month, or I have credit card bills, or car loans, what have you. So the lender will actually tell you based on your income, your tax returns, and your debt to income ratio. That's what they go by. They'll tell you how much of a home you should be looking at, because the last thing you want to do is buy a house and be stressed with the mortgage payments every month. So that's what they help you with. We get them to provide us a pre-approval letter, and then we start looking at houses, because last thing you want to do again is look at houses, you fall in love with the house, and come to find out you do not qualify. We try to avoid that right up front. Then we start to look at houses. What is a good house? It just depends on you, right? Where you want to live. School district is important, even though you might not have kids right now. When the time comes, when you've lived in the house for, let's say, 5, 6, 7 years, you want to sell the house. The properties in good school districts sell a lot quicker than those that are not. So that's important. And we start taking a look at those houses. We go out, view them in person, because most often than not, what happens is you look at houses on the internet, you think it's beautiful, and you go take a look at the rooms are a lot smaller, the backyard is a lot smaller, or it needs a lot more work. As a realtor, our job is, if I have a listing, my job is to get clients through the door. So we are going to take great pictures. It's pretty much marketing, right? So the important thing is to go take a look and see if you do like that in person, if you do like the house in person. Sometimes the houses do not look so great in pictures, so it's better to go take a look and see what you think. Once you do find a home you like, it is important, especially in today's market, to act on it right away, because some of these properties, they come on the market within hours or within a couple days. We receive multiple offers, so you want to be one of the first ones to put in the offer. So we put in the offer. Obviously, it's my job to help you and explain to you what the terms are, what you pay for, what the seller pays for. In the contract, we call the RPA, Residential Purchase Agreement. In the contract, there are a lot of items that most people don't know about, but we kind of guide you through and make sure you are getting the house you want, but at the same time, you're not paying for some of the things that seller might pay for. So we put that in the contract and make sure you pay as little as possible, and it's a fair offer for both parties. Once the offer gets accepted in California, we call it open escrow. So we open escrow. It's a third-party company that helps both the seller and the buyer. They're not they don't work for the seller. They don't work for you. They are for the buyer. They are pretty much a third-party company that helps organize the transaction. Once the escrow is open, the buyer needs to put down a predetermined amount, down payment. So in some of the cases it could be 5,000, 10,000, depends on the house. If it's $1 million home, you're going to want to put at least $20,000 to open escrow. That money is still yours. In California, I shouldn't say California, but in the contract, we have a due diligence period, which means it could be 17 days, 21 days, 10 days, 7 days. It just depends on the house. But within that period of time, we do our home inspections, we do our appraisal, we look at if it's in an HOA, we look at the HOA docs, and you get your loan approved through the lender. As we go through this process, I'm there to help you, and I'm there to kind of quarterback the whole situation and the whole escrow. So you are still within the deadlines, so you don't fall out of the contract's deadlines, because that would not be good. The seller might cancel. So my job is to make sure all those negotiations are done and the deadlines are met per the contract. And the most important thing is obviously getting the loan approved, but the second thing is actually it's almost the same importance, is that the inspections are done in a timely manner, and we call out a home inspector that knows that those type of homes, and the home inspector comes out, takes a look at the house, and if there are any issues, they give us a full report. Even if there are no issues, actually, they give us a report on the house: what's working, what's not working, what should be serviced, what needs to be taken care of before you purchase the house. Some properties there are a ton of stuff. Some properties there are minor stuff. Some of them have a lot of issues. So it just depends what the issues are. And at that point, we go ahead and renegotiate with the seller to basically say, hey, electrical panel is not working. I want you to fix that. Or the water heater is not strapped correctly. We want you to strap that. There are a lot of issues. And some of the reports actually most of the reports have 20, 30, 40 pages. And it could be a minor thing where it's a door missing a screw. It could be a lot of minor things, or it could be major things. So most of the times I tell my clients that it's important to get the safety items fixed. Minor items, if it depends on the situation. So most of the times we try to get as much as fixed before you guys move in and close escrow. So basically, once that is done, once the inspection is done, the repairs are taken care of. The termite company comes out. They take a look. They don't find termite, and then we sign off on those things. That means removing contingency. So when you remove contingency, that basically means you are okay with that part of the deal. We do remove contingencies, and once all the contingencies are removed, then it is time to close escrow. And the last thing usually that gets removed is for the contingency is the loan contingency, because the loan process can take some time, usually 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes a little longer. We wait till the very last minute of the loan contingency period to remove that. And the lender will go ahead and tell us clear to close or loan approved, and then we basically wait on the lender to be able to fund the loan. Once that's pretty much given to us from the lender, once the lender says, hey, we're good to go, it usually takes 3 to 4 days to fund and close the loan. The whole process from start to finish takes 30 days or less, depending on the lender. I do have lenders that can close in as little as 3 weeks. It also depends on you. How quickly can you get the documents the lender needs so that they can move quickly and get the loan closed up. Once that's done, the loan funds. If it's in Orange County, the loan can fund and close on the same day. So, for example, if you sign the loan documents from the lender on a Monday, they could actually close fairly quick the next day. The escrow company actually organizes that, and it gets the closing done with working with title companies. So it's again my job to coordinate all that and quarterback the whole thing. Make sure we close on time so you can move into your first home. Hopefully, the whole process takes less than 30 days, but sometimes it could be longer, like I said. But again, it's my job to make it as seamless, as headache free, and as easy as possible. If you have any questions, give me a call. My number should be showing up on the bottom right now. And again, I look forward to hearing from you. Hopefully, this helped you. And if you have any more questions, I'm only a phone call away. Thank you guys. Bye.